YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. Guys, I started shooting some content around this PC case that I've got my left hand on. And listen, I was really excited to do it, but I had to take a trip out of town. And lo and behold, by the time I was coming back, I seen Gamers Nexus had ironically made this case like best PC case or one of the best PC cases that you can get in 2022. I had already ordered two, started doing the build and everything, but in today's video, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start by showing you this one and one of them well lit. And basically what I'm gonna do is just roll all the content that I was shooting weeks ago, and then I'll come back for a talking point. So consider this to be a PC case review, but also some fine talking points about like my thoughts about the case. So if you have any questions, make sure you tune in. But real quick, I wanna show you what it looks like lit. All right, so I got this thing in white and black. It comes in all black. It also comes in black and red. Really cool case. Again, within this video, after this transition, when I roll my intro, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the different clips I had shot of me doing like an unboxing of it and so forth. But this is showing you complete builds. And then at the end of all of this, at the end of this video, we'll go into some more fine talking points. Now, this right here is an NVIDIA RTX 4090. If you build with the 4090, most of the 4090s are going to have like the triple slot. You are not going to be able to have this glass panel on while you're using it. Okay, so easily comes out, and it's because the intake is right here. Now in the black one that I have, I do have 3090 Ti inside of there. There's a founder's card, vertically positioned. There's enough room for your fans that are pulling air in from the side back for you to be able to get what you need to get out of it. But this is a really unique case. I am coming from two Corsair 7000Ds to these two cases. So I'm gonna roll my intro. We'll be right back. All right, with all of that being said, this is the Hyte Y60. This case is a case that I've seen with the iBuyPower pre-built, and it was very attractive to me. It looked very unique. And I was just like, you know what? I want to go ahead and try something like this. It looks minimalistic in my personal opinion, but it's got the right amount of flash to it. And so, you know, I think this is going to be cool. I am currently not gaming with any desktops. And so my PC setups are both on TVs. They're actually on the number one, number two TV that you can get. The Quantum Dot OLEDs from Sony. And from Samsung. That'd be S95B Samsung and A95K for Sony. So this is a nice looking case, and I have spec'd it out just to see that it will fit everything that I am expecting to put into it. So we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up, right? But just a quick run around. Hold that for you. Now I'm gonna open these up because I need to make sure that they're both not damaged. Because by the time that I'm ready to actually get my builds done, I will go ahead and make sure that if I gotta replace one, I'll do it. But let me go ahead and crack this open. We'll take a look. Okay, and got this out the box, man. I like it. I like it. What I like about this so much is that it reduces the height from the current case builds that I have. I'm not gonna be doing a comparison with them, but this thing is nice. Very much so excited for this. And I have a blemish. Let me see. There's a blemish on my case. I hate this. This was one of my concerns about getting a white one. And I'm gonna tell you here, if you decide to buy this, do not accept it. Get another one. Not sure if the blemish is gonna show, but we've got a mark right here. Oh, we're good. We're good, man. I was able to spit rub that thing out of there. But this case, very attractive in my opinion. It's very unique, man. So nothing goes in the front. Yeah, it's got panorama type of look to it. The way that I seen it set up was pretty nice. In the store, they've actually had the radiator was set in this orientation. You can do a nice push-pull configuration in which your GPU being up front, obviously your fans are there. Now, you probably wonder, like, well, why would you want something like this when it's vertically got the GPU mounted, but there's no intake for your GPU to pull that air? This is where that push pull from the radiator comes from, where you're just getting yourself some ridiculous fans that you can turn up as much as you want. Because what essentially happens is airflow's going this way and it swings back in that direction, which gets the GPU the air that it'll need. Now, I haven't seen any thermals or anything like that. I'm not that YouTuber. I do watch Gamers Nexus, but I haven't watched anyone for this case just because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But this case does also allow you the opportunity to have some fans at the bottom too. It's really nice, man. So I'm really excited to see that this is in a decent capacity, but I'm going to go ahead and open the black one because that's the one I'm actually going to do the build. Okay, and since this is a review and I spoke about it, we're going to go ahead and open up this second box too. This one actually does have some physical damage to the front of it. And so I believe it's the back end. I'm just very hopeful that nothing actually hurt the case, because this is actually the case, this being the black, that I actually need to use for this video. And so the white is just not something that I'm ready to exchange out and do a case swap on yet. The white, which is going to be my Intel build, it's just that case is gonna sit until I actually get the motherboard and the power supply unit that I actually gonna have. So here is to this case actually working and not being destroyed. Just gonna open this all on camera. Feel free to speed up a little bit if you need to. We'll get some runtime on this while I open it. Right. Once I get the plastic off, then I can see where we're at. It looks like there's a little bit of friction to the plastic, but I'm not concerned about that as much as I am the actual product being intact. So those come with the bag. There's two fans at the bottom of this also. I don't think I showed that, but two fans are pre-installed in the bottom. My recommendation is to leave those there because those will intake air. You got some nice clearance here too. So if you guys are into putting your stuff on the carpet or on the floor, it is what it is, right? You're able to intake some air, get some air in here. Your power supply is not at the bottom. You also have your third fan is installed in the rear as an exhaust, and it doesn't look like there's any immediate damage from what I can tell to my case. So thank you. Turn this thing around. Yep. Looks all good to me, guys. Looks all good to me. All right, guys, so just a brief look at both of these things. Very nice. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing this one when it's done and complete. It's going to be a couple of weeks for that, probably another week and some change, but 4090 for sure is going to go in there. But obviously at the end of the video, you're going to be seeing this, probably the next transition, in case I run into any hiccups. I'll show you guys cable management and everything else. All right, let's get to work. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Let's get to building. All right, guys, so here's a full look at this case. Your front glass panel comes off. It just pulls right off. The top where your radiator or your fans would be pulls off also. That's this piece right here. With one hand, it's back on. You can literally do that all the way around, guys. Power supply is elevated, which is really nice. If you're like me and you like putting your computer on the floor, very nice there because your air intake is there. You're not worried about the rear. The reasoning is because the case is elevated and it does come pre-installed with those two fans that are intaking air. Storage, you can do either 2.5 or 3.5 in the rear. Here's my cable management. This configuration has two M.2 NVMe's and two SATA SSDs. 850 watt power supply. These are, I won't say toolless because they do have a Phillips, but thumb screws. You can unscrew those, pull that right out. But you have access right there. So if you needed to kind of test something, test a drive, you can do that. And I'm sure you can probably fit some more drives in here, but it's only designed with 2 drives in mind. Here's a look of this one powered on, guys. Front panel is turned off. I love the design of this. You've got your headphone jack, your 2 USB-A's, your power. There's no reset button in your USB-C. Plan out your motherboard to have a USB-C because that's very convenient. I am using that in my white case. That Founders Edition 30 series graphics card fits in there really well. Here is the system with the glass panel on. I haven't went to set up a GIF or anything for the cooler LCD panel, but hopefully you can see in there. This is i9 12900K with DDR5. That's the Kraken Z73 with that Founders Edition card inside of it, 3090. Yes. And then just one more look, swinging this around with the back piece on there. So again, completely open, taking air in. PSU taking air in. Rear is taking air in. So you've got these feet down here, but this is completely open, guys. This is really, really well. I love this case. Gosh, I'm so glad I got this one. So can't put as many drives inside of it, but pretty good stuff. Let's go look at that white one again. And as I was just saying in the previous transition, I do utilize my front USB-C for my hub. I've reviewed this hub on the channel. It's just how I easily take my content from SD to plug it in there. But again, just convenience for me, or if I was playing the Oculus Quest 2 or Quest Pro, bam, plug that guy up there. So plan your build out, but this is the main guy. 4090 with the 13900K i9 off a Z790 board. Now, this is a DDR4 board. I wanted my stuff to match MSI and MSI, so I didn't want to go with anything ASUS, and these boards are not the easiest to get. I was able to get this from Micro Center. The reason this video is shot kind of late, like this is actual present day, like the day you see this is probably when I'm shooting it, but the transitions prior were before I went to Michigan. And so again, yeah, so look at that. I love this. Now with the 4090, I encourage you to either not build with this case or be prepared to have this open. This card, I've heard it under load, not crazy. The sound isn't bothering me. It's a living room setup. You guys have seen it. It's on the channel. Got that next to my arcade sticks, right? We got a couple subwoofers in here. Nice setup, and we're actually shooting this content. We're editing this content right now, right? So there's that previous transition almost 2 weeks ago when I was shooting this. And so we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you have any questions, I absolutely love it. Like I said, not a ton of noise. The thermals aren't too bad. Ironically, Gamers Nexus put this out as like one of the best cases you can get this year. And I'm just going to say that I feel like anybody else would feel, you know, which is like really good about buying something like this before a person that can articulate this stuff that well even talked about it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys got questions, like I said, hit the comment section. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, max love.